Is it 7 o'clock in the morning? It is. It is indeed. Did I get scheduled on a double for my shifts, and so that makes me have to record this video at 7 a.m.? Yeah, it does. But you know what? Are my eyes bloodshot? Indeed. But we're still here, boys. We are going to bring it to you all. What is going on, guys? It is your boy, TKD123 here, and today we're going to be going over another episode of Save Slot, the weekly new series on PlayStation Source that keeps you up to date and updates your save slot on the latest in PlayStation and gaming as a whole. Now, first off here, would you believe me if I told you that they dropped a new PS4? Because they did this week. I don't know if you knew that, because it was a very, very small change. But in the UK, they released the CUH72000 version of the PlayStation 4 Pro. And this is only found in the Red Dead Redemption 2 bundle. You can't find this bundle in anywhere else. You can't find this PS4 in any other bundle or any other standalone, type of way that you can buy the PS4 Pro. It's only in the Red Dead Redemption 2 bundle in the UK. And it is apparently a much quieter PS4 Pro. A lot of people have been saying that it's a lot quieter from different tests and stuff like that and different things that they've seen. So it's more of a hardware change as opposed to a software change. And a lot of people are really digging this SKU PS4 Pro. So we have no word on if this will actually enter into the US market. I'm assuming it will, maybe around Black Friday, just because, why not? If they have a better, version of the Pro that runs a lot quieter, a lot more efficient, I think that'd be a lot more better to do and release in the US. So be on the lookout for that new PS4 Pro model if it makes its way to the US. Next up here, a few weeks ago, we reported that they were going to start selling these Fortnite skins and these Fortnite V-Bucks type of cards that you can buy to be able to, put in stocking stuffers or stuff like that, and you can buy them in stores. So very weird to have free-to-play things that you can buy in store for a free-to-play game. Kind of weird, but it does not stop with the cards. Fortnite and PlayStation have teamed up to make this controller bundle, so you can buy a controller with a Royal Bomber skin that is for Fortnite, obviously. And it also comes with 500 V-Bucks as well, so you can get some V-Bucks with it. And apparently right now, again, just like the PS4 Pro, it's only available in the UK as of right now. And for the exact same price in US dollars, it'll be $60 in the UK. So it looks like you will be able to just scoop a free controller and get some new, extra Fortnite skins and V-Bucks for, your controller. So I think it's a great deal, honestly. Like, I almost want to get this just because I'll get 500 V-Bucks and, a new controller and a skin that I don't have on Fortnite. Like, I think it's a pretty good deal. Honestly, it's something that I would actually do. Like, if I see it on the store shelves at Black Friday, I'm going to say might as well just get it, so you can definitely scoop that up if you're interested. Now, we have a few things to talk about here involving Red Dead Redemption 2. Now, one of the biggest things here was that this week, a player was able to glitch his way into a different area of the map. And again, this may be spoiler territory, not sure how legit this is. I'm not at all this far in the game to know if you actually go to this region. However, so spoiler alert if you really don't want to know anything about Red Dead Redemption story. This is just a little bit minor, like this is just like an overall area that I'm talking about, not so much anything story wise. So if you are very, very sensitive on spoilers, including stuff that is definitely much gameplay related, definitely take just mute the video for a little bit and we'll come back in like a minute or two. So a person glitched himself in Red Dead Redemption 2 into Mexico, and so he did this from a very different ways. He has an actual quote here where how he did it. So he says, to get there you'll need a lot of stamina tonics, health tonics, food, and patience. If you cross the San Luis River, manage to get your horse above some rocks, and glitch slide your way through the invisible wall, you can make it to the other country. However, you want to actually explore, you'll need to use a cheat code to spawn a horse. Otherwise, you'll be extremely limited on foot. While the area is mostly empty, there are a few locations present like El Presidio and a tunnel for railroad tracks. As his YouTuber pointed out, he has theories that Red Dead Online will start in Mexico, but Rockstar Games has yet to release any details regarding the game's online component. So I think that's very intriguing, and honestly, I think it's a very, very safe theory in itself to assume that maybe this is a part of the map in Red Dead Online, or this is a component that you can go to at Red Dead Online. I think it's a very, very, you know, strong theory, honestly. Like, I think it makes a lot of sense. If it's not in the story, it might be in the story, and I have no idea. I would highly recommend, you know, any of you in the comment section that have gotten that far in Red Dead 2, if you would somehow abstain from letting the boy know if it is a playable part in the map, because I'm just saying, hey, you know what? It probably is. It probably is. If it's already made as assets, okay, maybe. But I would like to not know. But, you know, beside the point. It's all good, whatever. And it was Cox TV that actually found this glitch. So shout out to him for getting the scoop on Mexico and Red Dead Redemption 2. And speaking of the Red Dead Online beta, they officially kind of gave a little statement here, very, very short, and they announced when the beta is actually taking place. And so this quote was from Take-Two's Strauss Zelnick, so shout out to Strauss Zelnick, and he says very, very, you know, calmly and very shortly, quote, "It will launch in public beta towards the end of the month." And he was talking to a bunch of investors for Rockstar during a call, and there we go. So we don't really know how, you know, we don't really know when exactly, but we do have a kind of window of, by the end of the month of November, we will be on public beta for the Red Dead Online beta. So pretty cool to see that as well. And now this is something that me and Christian talked about on the Red Dead Impressions you know, episode of Cross Circles. So make sure to go check that out on the channel. We do a lot of cross circles, and of course, you know, those are very, very fun to do. So definitely check out that episode for our impressions and thoughts on Red Dead 2. However, he did bring up a bug that he was actually experiencing in the game. This was that you know, certain people in the gang were not spawning at camp, and so there wasn't any way to do their missions or talk with them or interact with them or anything like that. And so Rockstar has actually been made aware of this glitch, and they had some quotes to say. They say, quote, "The developer says it is, quote, aware of the issue, and it's currently working towards a fix, which will be included in the next patch for the game. It also highlights what is triggering the problem. If you die during the mission Polite Society Valentine style in Chapter 2 and use the retry checkpoint option, the aforementioned characters will disappear from camp unless they have a mission for you." And the main members of the game were John, Abigail, Jack, and Sadie. So the entire family of Marstons, and then Sadie as well, would all disappear if you die during that certain mission in Chapter 2, but they're working on a fix, and it should be out next patch, so no problem there. So I didn't run into this issue. I thought I was initially, but then I found some characters, and I had a mission from John, so I was pretty okay, but I did not see Abigail or Jack in a while, so not sure if I was actually, you know, experiencing this, but I probably was, but not as bad as everyone else. So safe to say that it is getting patched and it's getting fixed. If you love the NFL, you love Fortnite, you love doing little dances in Touchdown Zone, you will be able to rock the NFL skins that you love from your favorite teams in Fortnite. So they pushed this update out this week where you can buy, I think it's like certain packs. So I think you buy you know, certain groups of teams. You don't get all of them for just one purchase, and I forgot how much it actually costs. I believe it's not saying here, but you know, it is like, I think it's like 6 different sets or something like that, like 5 different sets where there are a bunch of teams that you can buy in each set, and you can customize which team you're gonna rock on the skin, and you can also customize the numbers on the jerseys and stuff like that. So this is similar to the World Cup skins that they had in the summer with soccer. So it's very, very similar, or I'm sorry, soccer or football, you know, if you're from the outside world other than the United States, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, so you can change the number and stuff like that on the football jersey. So pretty cool to see that there. You can rock that NFL stuff. The most ambitious crossover event in history, probably, but there you go. You can rock some of those NFL skins in Fortnite. Now let's talk about BlizzCon 2018, the moment we've all been waiting for. Let's discuss it. It is probably one of the craziest things that's happened in this year, probably in gaming. But we're gonna start with some light stuff, with some pretty positive things, and then we'll go into the whole debacle that is BlizzCon. So let's go over the new hero that we got to Overwatch this week that was announced at BlizzCon 2018. Her name is Ashe, and she is, I think, a DPS character. I'm pretty sure she's DPS, not really sure 100%, but I'm pretty sure she's a DPS character, I believe. And so she has this main weapon called the Viper. It's a semi-automatic rifle that fires quick shots, or she can aim down sights for a more damaging, precise shot. So she can, you know, kind of freeform her semi-auto shots when it's off the hip, and then do more damage when she's aimed down. Next up, we have the Coach Gun, which blasts enemies in front of her, knocking them away and propelling herself backward for added mobility. So I saw her using this where like the gun would be aimed at the ground and she would shoot it and it would propel her forward as well. So it's definitely really good for mobility in that sense. Then she has Dynamite, where she can obviously throw dynamite and it'll explode after a certain time, or she can even shoot it mid-air and be able to detonate it on her command. So pretty cool to see that. And the explosion also lights enemies on fire and does damage over time in that sense as well. And then lastly, her ultimate is Bob, where she summons her Omnic sidekick and he can charge at people and knock enemies into the air and lay down suppression fire with his cannon. So it's kind of like something, a second type of hero for her to assist in. So I think, hey, this is a pretty cool character. I actually liked it. She had a really cool origin story as well. Make sure to go check that out. It's 8 minutes long. McCree's in it. Very cool origin story as well. So shout out to Overwatch. Shout out to Overwatch. And also, speaking of Overwatch, during our next cross circle, which is on Monday, you will have as Fallout 76 impressions. I discuss how I wish I played a little bit more Overwatch than I do currently. So definitely go check that out when it's uploaded. Lastly here, let's discuss the whole debacle that is Diablo Immortal. So this is a whole thing. So let's just unpack this, okay? So BlizzCon has not even happened yet, right? And so Blizzard comes out and says, hey, what's good? We are making a lot of different projects, and one of them is Diablo, the new Diablo. However, we are not ready to show that. So they, you know, kind of had this statement out where I guess it was along the lines of that, where they essentially kind of laid down some padding that, hey, this is not going to be anything insane. You know, like, don't expect Diablo 4 gameplay at BlizzCon 2018 and all that good stuff, you know. So they kind of like, you know, kind of tampered expectations. But then we get to the show, and the last game they show off was a game called Diablo Immortal that is for the mobile platform. So it's just the reaction to this was absolutely insane. So I'm gonna play a clip here, probably two back to back. So the first one is someone that is, I mean, I don't really like the dev's reply to this one, because like he's like, oh, you guys don't have phones, but I get what he was saying. It's kind of and then the other one is just a complete you know, just a guy just being very upset, to say the least, about Diablo Immortal. So just watch these clips here and we'll come back.
Is there any plans to make this playable on PC, or is this strictly mobile forever?
Are there any? The current plan is to be on mobile, both Android and iOS. We don't have any plans at the moment to do PC. Do you guys not have phones?
Yeah, you guys all have phones, right?
You can play on your tablet too.
Hey, just was wondering, is this an out-of-season April Fool's joke?
No, it's a fully fledged Diablo experience on mobile, which everybody will get to play.
So yeah, very cringe, very awkward for the devs and everyone involved, of course, and you know, very insane stuff to see here. But apparently right now on the trailer on YouTube, it has a ton of dislikes, a lot more dislikes than likes, and the reaction is very clear here that a lot of people were not happy about Diablo Immortal being a mobile game. And so there were also reports coming out of Kotaku from Jason Schreier, I believe, I'm pretty sure it was him, but they were saying that, you know, they had a Diablo 4 video to unveil at BlizzCon 2018, and they were going to officially announce and, you know, like officially unveil Diablo 4, what everyone wanted, instead of Diablo Immortal, this mobile game. And they apparently had a video that, you know, was made and everything, and Blizzard came out and denied that in this statement. They said, quote, "First off, we want to mention that we definitely hear our community. We generally don't comment on rumors or speculation, but we can say that we didn't pull any announcements from BlizzCon 2018 this year or have plans for other announcements. We do continue to have different teams working on multiple unannounced Diablo projects, and we look forward to announcing when the time is right." And so that obviously had some fluff from PR, but essentially they were saying that no, there were no announcements that were cut from the show. Everything that we, you know, planned on saying was said, and there was nothing that was cut from the show apparently. And so that's a area of contention where we have Kotaku saying, no, you guys definitely had this, that, and the third, and they have evidence to back it. But Blizzard is definitely on the side of, no, we didn't. We just had what we had. Also kind of play devil's advocate here, and a lot of people were very upset about this whole thing, was because I guess they are partnering with a developer called NetEase, I believe it's called. Guys, I'm really sorry if that's wrong, but it's NetEase Games, I think, and they are partnering with Blizzard to create Diablo Immortal. And NetEase makes, a lot of games that are very Diablo-esque on mobile, and they have a lot of microtransactions and everything. And when you look at them side by side, from even in terms of like the UI, like it is the exact same. So a lot of people are saying that, okay, like they are going to really come here on stage, give us this mobile game that is essentially a ripoff of a NetEase game that was out in the past, whatever, and reskin it to Diablo and make it a whole brand new title and do it that way, So a lot of people are very upset that it's very, very much of a lazy job. That's what like a lot of people are saying, so that it's very much lazy on their part. But it is what it is. So to tie it all back, here are kind of my thoughts on that, right? So I understand if you're upset about, if it was Diablo 4 on mobile, right? Like if it was, the next installment of the Diablo main series on a mobile game, on a mobile platform, I understand you're upsetting. I don't think it should anywhere be near where people were saying on the show and completely like disrespecting the developers. Like I think that is absolutely not cool at all. You know what I'm saying? Like you can be upset at something and be upset at a product, but there's no need to be disrespectful to the devs that work hard day in and day out, for this franchise and for Diablo. So I think they should relax, right? But I can understand how you can be upset, if it was Diablo 4, but it wasn't Diablo 4. It was a side game. It was a Diablo, spin-off title that, I assume don't really have to play if you don't want to play, and that's for every game as a whole. Like if you look at a game trailer, look at some gameplay and don't want to play it, you don't have to play it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's completely fine to not play a game even though you love it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people didn't play the Uncharted Vita game, A lot of people didn't play the Uncharted card game. I didn't at all. You know what I'm saying? But I can also see the side where if it was a Diablo 4, actual installment of the series and it came to mobile and that was it, I could see the outrage. Like I can see being upset, but I don't condone the just disrespect that a lot of the fans gave at BlizzCon toward developers. Like that was extremely messed up in my opinion, and like there's a lot of like clips that like, oh man, like I wish you didn't do that to them, you know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. Let me know what you can see in the comments below. I'm very curious about this. Let me know what you guys think down about this whole Diablo Immortal BlizzCon type deal. I want to know all your thoughts. Ladies and gentlemen, that's been my time here on this video, but I want to know all your thoughts about anything we talked about here below. Let me know about the Red Dead glitch. Let me know about the online beta. Let me know about the Diablo Immortal stuff. Let me know about anything that you want down in the comments below. Make sure also while you are down there to check out our description where you can find the Instagram and Twitter. Follow us on there. And also follow our Discord as well. We have a new Discord server. Get in there, chat it up with us. Very, very fun to have there as well. If you like the video, make sure to leave a like on it, as well as say subscribe to PlayStation Source to keep up with the latest greats in PlayStation. Thank you for watching, and as always, greatness awaits.